So I'm here to answer your questions today. It's a little impromptu that we have. Anything that you might want to ask, that you're concerned about, the trainer, vocal tips and information, any of that you might have. I'm here to answer all your questions today. So hopefully you guys are locked and loaded with things to ask me. We've been doing a lot of tips recently we have a lot of weather changes right now. I'm going to do another one probably next week about allergies and things that you guys should be doing to maintain your instruments and your voices. What else? We did a tip yesterday or the other day about slowing down when you warm up. That's really, really important. You guys are all I see a lot of singers warming up too quickly. We have one question. Laura, is it S? Izara. When I try to do my high notes, when I try to do high notes, my voice shuts off. How can I make those high notes without my voice stopping? Okay, so I had a client that come in today that was new that did that. Oftentimes when your high notes are not connecting, it's usually because you're using TA muscle to get there. You haven't learned how to release your neck and the neck tension that you have. So if you have too much neck tension, you're not going to be able to hit the notes because the muscles in the neck, those TA muscles, are shutting off the vocal cords, and so they're not able to vibrate and phonate properly. So it's really kind of dangerous because you can develop all kinds of issues like vocal dysphonia and things like that. So you want to be very, very careful that you go more into your head voice and start flipping and getting more air in your voice so you're able to let go of the muscles in the neck so your cords can vibrate and phonate a little bit better. Also, having a really good teacher is super important. Those of you that don't know, I have a couple of teachers that work for me. They do FaceTime Zoom. They work out of my studio here in Los Angeles in Studio City. And they're really skilled. So we deal with a lot of people with vocal trauma and vocal rehab, but they're great. If you ever wanted to have a lesson, you could just get online, go to my website, ValerieMorehouse.com, and we'll give you the information to start. So I hope that answered your question. But find a good teacher. That's really important. I'm noticing today with the rain, I woke up with some weird congestion. I don't really get allergies, but we all get different things as singers. We have to contend with those things. So a lot of rinses, face rinses, saline solution, all that stuff is great. Do we have any more questions as we get into this? I know we did this kind of impromptu. I think next time we'll let you guys know when we're going to do it, so we'll have more people join. So I know middle of the day, it's like whoever is on, but we're grateful that you're with us. We're getting some more waves. Hello, hello. Does anyone have any more questions for me while we're here? I know you do. If you're logging in, you have something you want to ask. If you guys haven't gotten your vocal trainers, get them. They're the little blue things. I'm not going to run downstairs because I left mine downstairs on my grand piano. I was teaching down there this morning. But they're really, really great, and we've gotten a lot of feedback from them. They're doing really well for all of my singers. They love them. You can hear my dog in the background going crazy. You can get it at bettervoice.store. They just have little levers that go up and down, and you're able to control all that back pressure. So we have another, yes, I got mine. It's really good. We'll give you tips on how to use it. That's on there weekly. And again, if you don't know how to use it, then contact me at ValerieMorehouse.com and we'll help you out. We also have another question. Also, how can my voice stay on the same note? I automatically go lower when I keep singing instead of staying on the same note. Okay, that's a pitch issue. So if you're driving low, like here's a C, ba, that's C. If you're going ba, you're on key. But if you're singing ba and you're driving a little bit flat, that probably means you need some ear training. So you probably have ear training problems, ear training challenges. You can also, a teacher can really help you with ear training as well. But if you're going to be a singer, you have to be on pitch, on key. So it's really, really important to get some help and reach out for that, because that's a trained thing. You can't just do it on your own. I actually have had singers that have nice voices and can carry tunes, but they're off key a little bit, or they can't always find those pitches. So you want to be really, really careful to train your ear, because you have to be hearing what's coming in properly, and then you have to output it as well. I hope I answered that question 100%. My dog likes to sing. You can hear him trying in the background. Let's see, how to speak using your voice correctly. What types of coaches can we turn to? They told me I have had a hard voice attack in speech. Yeah, so sometimes when we talk, you can talk a little too glottal and a little, something that we call vocal fry. It can just be a little too heavy in the neck, where you're talking a little bit too low and you're pushing your voice a little bit too low. If you have an attack on your voice like that, it's never good. You want to be resonating from your mask and your face. A vocal coach can help you out with that. Again, ValerieMorehouse.com. Send us a message. Excuse me, we'll help you out with that. And we'll give you some good tips and tricks, and we'll put you in touch with the right person if you need a speech pathologist. But we deal with speaking and singing and all of that. If I missed your question, guys, because they're going so fast, please retype them or resend them, because mine just keep flipping off the screen and I can't read that fast. There was another one that I missed, but for now, thank you for recommending the vocal trainer, the nebulizer. They got all three. It's been really helpful. I've been told that I have got an anterior phonatory gap. Yeah, that just means that the top of the cord isn't coming together properly. So again, voice lessons, because it's athletic. When you train voice properly, it's very athletic. I had someone in this morning who's trained for 2.5 years, and basically, I don't know what she's been doing, but she didn't really know much about the voice, and she was all breath and all air. There was no chest voice, and I just feel like she's lost 2 years of her life with someone that was not training her properly. So sadly, that happens in my industry more often than not. How long can I use mine? 5 minutes a day. Yeah, 5 minutes a day is good. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you want to move on to other exercises to test it out, to see how much your cords are connected when you've been blowing through the vocal trainer. So whatever you feel is good, but always start slowly. I always tell my students, start slow, start slow. Don't go too fast. We had another question earlier that I missed, and I hate that I missed it. Maybe they can retype it in or resend it. Oh, here we go. Yes. How can someone learn how to sing if they've never had lessons? Do you work with beginners or accomplished singers? So I like working with everybody, you guys. I like working with beginners. I have very advanced singers. If you know who I train some of the biggest singers in the world. But I love beginners because I love to show them what they can do so that they don't end up with any damage. And when I can get you guys early and young and without any bad training or left to your own devices, I can save you a long life of not worrying about vocal issues and having any rehabilitative type things that we need to dive into. So it's always nice getting my beginners, but I do have 2 or 3 teachers that work for me as well that are absolutely phenomenal, that deal with rehabilitation. They deal with beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So as I crack my neck here, stiff from teaching all day, but lots and lots and lots of different singers. So ValerieMorehouse.com, guys, please go to it. I'll answer all your questions on that format. And we'll get you placed with the right teacher, and I can ask and answer personal questions that you might have above and beyond this little gathering today. What else do we have? More questions. Lay them on me. Hit me. You got me now. You got me for a few more minutes here. So let's take all your questions. If you haven't gotten the vocal trainer, please get it. It is bettervoice.store. It's one of the best things we've ever used. I said to my clients, I used it with Sam Smith in London about a month ago. They said it was a game changer. We had the whole choir buy one for the performance. They loved it. Olivia Rodrigo uses it with me, and on. So everybody's really loving using this, and it's been a game changer for them. You have a beautiful voice. Thank you. I'll take that. Any more questions, guys? Let me hear it. My dog definitely has a lot to say today, unfortunately. I love your account. I will get the products ASAP. Hee, can't wait. Yeah, they're great. All of them. We have a vocal trainer, which is the first thing I'd buy. We have a jaw roller, which is for TMJ and jaw tension, because I have a lot of people with jaw tension. And then we also have the most fabulous nebulizer. It's a really good price point. It's super mini. You can take it with you. It has a couple different attachments, so you can put it all the way over your face. It has a child attachment, or you can just breathe in through the mouth. And it comes with the medication that you can put into to help you breathe and to help open up your lungs. And to help soothe your voice. It's a very, gives your voice a lot of humidity, which we love. My vocal trainer isn't quite working, sent you a DM. My partner Braden can talk to you about that, maybe get you another one. The roller, it's bettervoice.store, guys. That's where you get the roller, the TMJ roller, you get the vocal trainer, and you get the nebulizer. It's bettervoice.store. That's where all that comes from. When you assess beginners, do you look for focus? What do you focus on first? A great question, by the way, the Clay B. When I diagnose a singer right out the gate, I'm looking for a lot of things. I'm looking for ear, I'm looking for pitch, I'm looking for their bionics, meaning are they pulling too much weight on the voice and using TA muscles to sing as they get up to their bridges? Is their larynx hiking? Do they have too much air in their voice? Is it too breathy? I'm looking for a million different things. And then I come up with a blueprint or a schematic on how to fix that singer. I had somebody this morning that was new, again, I mentioned earlier, and we were talking about how I've never really sold any warm-ups and downloads in my career, unless it's connected with something like Skillshare. If you go to Skillshare, it's an app. I do a 12-lesson course. It's about 90 minutes. I think you can download it for free for the first month. Phenomenal class for beginners and intermediate singers on how to sing, how to start, the music industry. We cover everything. But yeah, really, really important to know what to assess, because every singer is a little bit different. And so we have to, I can't give you a one-size-fits-all warm-up. I need to see you in person. My teachers need to see you in person. And we need to figure out what's going on with you live and in the moment. Because if I give you something that's pre-recorded and your voice is totally different, it goes with your problem instead of against your problem. And that ties more knots for you guys. So always stay hydrated too. This is my big, huge bottle of water. Questions? More? Lay them on me. What do we have, guys? You've got me here. Ask me what you need to know. And again, if you don't want to write something in this forum and you have some questions about the trainer, the products, teaching, singing, vocal lessons, your own voice, whatever, you can reach me at valeriemorehouse.com. So it's 10, Morehouse. How does a steamer properly help your voice? Well, so imagine you're in a humid climate all the time. You usually can hit better notes and hit higher notes. The steamer keeps everything lubed, if you will. It keeps you can start steaming in your lungs. It goes into your lungs, it goes down and hits your vocal cords. And what it does is it just gives them a nice environment to sing and to work properly. You want that humid environment and that moist environment, because our voices get very dry and very tense. And so the vocal cords like that. They're able to phonate better when you breathe the steam. And it also opens up your lungs if you have a cold or you have allergies, and it will help get that mucus up. So if you wanted to clear your throat very gently and just get that up while you're singing or before you sing with the steamer, works great. How do I use the jaw roller for the jaw? I don't get it. Okay, so the jaw roller is just for muscle tension. You can heat it up. You can make it very, very hot, or you can make it very cold. You can drop it in really, really hot water and it retains the heat. Or you can stick it, I stick mine in the freezer, and you roll it on the jaw, a really hot jaw roller. You roll it onto the jaw and it loosens up the jaw muscles. Just think of it like putting a heat pad on your back when you're not feeling good, if you're injured. You roll it, you can roll it on your neck, on those TA muscles, and it just loosens and heats everything up like a massage would do your back. And then you notice the masseuse might put hot stones or a hot towel on you. It just gets all the blood flow moving and it loosens everything up. So if you're in pain or you're TMJ sufferer or you grind your teeth, really great for all of that. I have one, I use it, I love it. So a lot of my clients have one, so I highly, highly recommend that as well. Let's see. How do I get it? Yeah, so again, bettervoice.store, guys. Anything else? Ask me, ask me, ask me. Well, we have you all here. I love the questions. I have answers, I promise. Always, here we go. How do I get past the mental block of feeling like I can't reach a note in a song, even though I hit it past it when doing scales? So I love that. Guys, products really quick. Go to bettervoice.store. Just go there and you'll read all about the products and what they do. Or you can go to valeriemorehouse.com and hit the contact page, ask me your question, and I will answer all your questions through that. The high notes, sometimes people are really comfortable with the scales and they get comfortable with the scales, but the mental block of a song is that you're not enough, right? I'll come back to the sinus infection, so hit me up with that in a minute. The mental block is getting comfortable and leaning in. A very good teacher is going to help you learn how to do that too. And it's really just getting up in front of people, getting into a small studio and recording. Practice, practice, practice. If you're not hitting the high notes properly in songs, you're either left to your own devices or if you are training, your teacher's probably not helping you lean in properly. So you're not feeling it in your body. If you're not feeling it in your body, you're always going to feel stuck and feel scared. And so a lot of that is just tutelage. But I can definitely get you guys a lesson with one of my teachers as well to help you through that, even just a 30-minute lesson. And it will totally change the trajectory of you as a singer, I promise you. We work really fast. We know everything about the anatomy and the physiology of singing, whether you're advanced or a beginner. I have super advanced singers that have been doing this forever, and they have so many problems. You wouldn't even believe it. I have people who are beginners that have don't have a lot of issues because they don't have a lot of damage, and so it runs the gamut. Somebody asked me, what's this? Wait, my director didn't cast any swings, so I need to go on. Is that a question? Maybe you could put that in the form of a question. Into the forest she goes. Someone said something about a sinus infection. We want to bring that back. Those are tricky. I don't really love always running to antibiotics, but if you have a chronic sinus infection, if you're spraying Neomed, I'm going to talk about this on our next topic, tips, by the way. Spray Neomed, it's the man's name, Neilmed. You can get it in any store, anywhere, but it's ocean spray. It makes one too. It's water, it's saline solution. You can squirt it up your nose. And you can use Neomed. They have it in the store. It's just distilled water and salt. All this crap will come out of your face. If it's yellow, you do have a sinus infection. You need to get on antibiotics for that because that can go into your sinus cavity. It can also get into your ear and your brain. Not to scare you, but don't mess around with the sinus infections. If you know you have one, get into a doctor and get on some type of a antibiotic for that. But keep rinsing with the Neomed. Do we have online courses for vocal coaching? Yes, we do. FaceTime, Zoom, all of it. Go to valeriemorehouse.com, guys. Go to that website, contact me, and I'll ask you all the questions that need to be answered for you. Teachers, budget, all of it. Somebody asked me something else. I just missed it. I don't know if it was the girl that said sinus infection. You still need to go on and sing. That's a really tough one because you can really damage yourself singing with a sinus infection. The good news is that if you get on some medication, you go to an ear, nose, and throat. Neilmed, so not Neomed. It's Neil. This is Into the Forest She Goes. Neilmed. You can get it at CVS, Rite Aid. You'll see it. It comes in a blue box. I'll show you guys one later because I'd have to run and go get it. but it's just a saline spray and it will get all the junk out of your face. You should use that every morning as singers anyway, and blow and get all that stuff out of your face. I don't have allergies and I still find stuff that comes up. So the one that Into the Forest She Goes, who asked me that question, there's a bottle one with a top on it. You just stick it up your nose and squirt. Guys, I know it's gross, but it'll come out your mouth into the sink. Get it out. You got to get that stuff out of the back of your face. It's very, very dangerous to have mucus sitting there because it creates bacteria. And the longer it sits in your sinus cavity, it turns into a bacterial infection. And that's how you get the sinus infection. So anything coming up from your chest that is off color, if it's green, light green, yellow, that's an infection. Anything coming from your sinuses, that's a sinus infection. So be careful with that. Any more? I know we probably have more questions. Sorry, I'm just pulling this up. There's comments. Some of the ones that I have missed. Yeah, my partner says I can scroll, but it's not letting me scroll. So maybe we're going to have to figure this out later. Tell me where to scroll, Braden. Scroll up on those comments. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not the most technologically advanced person on the planet, so I'll have to learn how to do that unless Braden can type me how to do that. It's not letting me scroll, but I'm sure it's me. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. What else? Hannah K.UK. Is it okay to what? Is there something after that, Hannah? Oh, can I sing for you, please? Oh my God. You guys will have to jump onto Better Voice Company's website. You'll hear, and or Instagram. You'll hear that. Someone got my nebulizer voice trainer came in today. Yay! Is it okay to sing with a cold? Yeah, it is. It's not recommended, but you can sing with a cold. You just have to warm up properly, very slowly, and be very methodical and very careful when you warm up with a cold. Because your vocal cords are swollen and typically you're getting drip down the back of your face. It's hitting your cords. It's got a little bit of acid in it. It's probably causing a little bit of redness in the vocal cords. So you do need to warm up really slowly. And then the next day, try to go on a voice rest. So you really need a teacher to watch that. ValerieMorehouse.com. Guys, reach me there on the contact page and I'll get a hold of you and answer these. Anyway, okay, let's see. What else? Yeah, so you have TMJ issues. Get that roller, bettervoice.store. So there's two places you want to go, guys. Better Voice Co., which you're on now. Bettervoice.store, which was where you can buy everything. And if you want to contact me with questions and talk about teaching and all of that, it's ValerieMorehouse.com. That's my website. And click on the contact page. And I can answer. We can keep the conversation going. High larynx, low larynx. What's your opinion on how to use the larynx? Should be neutral. The Clay B just said the larynx should be neutral. If I have a student that's really high, I'm going to give them exercises to make it really low. I'm going to do the bipolar opposite of that so that they end up somewhere neutral in the middle. But you never want to have a high larynx. That thing chokes you out as a singer, and that's how you get injured. So you can go Bob and do very low larynx exercises, but then you start doing neutral ones like no and mum. The changing of the exercises do make a difference, but you really want to be in neutral, just like a car idling in neutral. That's where the larynx should be. While I have you, does smoking affect singing? Is there any drinks we should stop drinking or not? Okay, so does a smoking affect singing? Obviously. Are there any drinks we should stop drinking? Not really. Smoking affects the voice exponentially. Smoking is the worst thing you could do. I try to get a lot of my students to quit. Yes, smoking's terrible. If you're vaping, you're still inhaling smoke. If you're vaping, you still have nicotine. And if you're vaping, you still are getting you're getting chemicals into your body and your brain that don't belong there. I've had students that have had canker sores in their entire mouth. I've had them at brain issues. One of my managers, 25 years old, vaping, ended up at Cedars with a collapsed lung from vaping. Can't go into a club now anymore with smoke. He's still rehabilitating. It's very dangerous, guys, and it may not be that serious for you, but it will slowly wear your voice down. And nicotine is really bad. It dries you out. Any type thing you're inhaling into your body that's a foreign substance is no bueno, okay? It does affect you as a singer. I have a lot of singers that smoke. I can't make them quit. We do the best that we can, but a lot of them are noticing their voice is getting stronger and they want to quit now. They don't want to be smoking. Drinking is all fine in moderation. Everything in moderation, guys. Coffee is great. Have a cup of coffee. Have a latte. Go, Godspeed, go for it. Just don't have 7, right? So just everything is fine. You like milkshakes? Have a milkshake. If you're not lactose intolerant, just don't go on stage. Have a milkshake right before you go on stage for a performance, because the dairy will make you a little mucusy. So common sense, common sense. Damn it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it is just the way, guys. You got to quit all that vaping and smoking. It's just bad for you as a human being. Forget being a singer. Really bad for you being a singer. So I have to wrap up here, I think. I have another student that I have to hop on with. Any last questions? Anything I need to know before we break? BetterVoice.store is where you can get all your products. ValerieMorehouse.com is where you can reach me. I gotta go, guys, but we will do another one of them. I love all your questions. Thank you so much for joining me today. And watch out for when maybe we'll do another one next week and we can follow up on some of these questions. So hold them for me, write them down. And when we go live again, hop on and I'll answer all your questions, I promise. Contact me at ValerieMorehouse.com and I can keep that conversation going for you, okay? All right, guys, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you very soon. I hope I answered all your questions, and go to both of those. Go to the website, both those websites to get what you need. All right, cheers.